Hey everyone, Pew Pew Preacher here. Wilder Tactical sent me their brand new Hitman Bravo belt. I'm going to share with you guys some of the new features, as well as show you how to assemble it. Wilder Tactical's Hitman series of tactical gear is designed to be lightweight, and this is their original Hitman belt, and it is definitely lightweight. It has molle columns where you can install your pouches. The downside for me is that I used to be 20 pounds heavier, and this size medium is at its smallest position, and it happens to be still a little bit loose on me. So the downside of this belt is if your weight fluctuates, it might be difficult to change the size of it without having to buy an entirely new belt. The new Wilder Tactical Hitman Bravo belt also has a molle design, and you can assemble the whole belt as well as the pouches without the use of any tools. You can attach the pouches with malice clips as well as the multi-holster platform with malice clips. It also has a two-piece design, which means it's not a one-piece belt but a two-piece belt where you can adjust the size of the belt beyond just adjusting this nylon webbing. Additionally, you can change out the buckle to a different buckle if you'd like as well. To assemble your inner belt, you're going to need both halves of your inner belt, and you're going to need 2 of the included screws as well as 2 of the included sleeve nuts. And you'll also need a Phillips screwdriver and a flathead screwdriver to tighten the screws. First, you're going to take both halves and loop them together. I like to make it as tight as possible here so that it has room for my EDC, like so. And then when I get to the range, I can tighten it up all the way like that. Once you have that strap on, you're going to go ahead and loop the inner belt into the belt loops of your pants. And so what you're going to do then is make it to how tight you'd like your inner belt to be and line up the holes. Now that I have my inner belt marked with a piece of chalk of where I want the screw to go, I'm going to go ahead and line up the holes together. Use the screw sleeve, stick it through that hole where I marked, and use a screw to go ahead and screw in that hole. And I'll use a flathead screwdriver for the back and a Phillips head screwdriver to tighten the two together. And then I'll go ahead and find this other side of the belt and put a screw in that spot as well, with the sleeve and with the screw. Once you've assembled your inner belt, you no longer need any tools, as the Hitman Bravo belt does not require any tools for assembly. So next step is to attach the buckle onto the belt. I've chosen the V belt, which is nice, small, and lightweight for my Bravo belt. And so you're just going to attach the buckles with the nylon webbing on the ends of the belt. Once you've got your buckle installed, you'll want to go ahead and put the belt over your inner belt. As you place the belt over your inner belt, you'll want the buckle behind you, and you want to place the hook over the loop of the inner belt. And then once it overlaps, I like to use chalk to mark where I want the two parts of the belt to come together. Once you made some kind of mark on your belt, of where you want the two ends to overlap. You're going to take your included hook and loop strap and you're going to weave it through the end of the molle. Once you have the hook and loop strap woven through the molle, you can have the two ends line up where you made the mark and essentially tie the belt together with the hook and loop strap. Once you have the two ends tied together with the loop and hook strap, you can start mounting your pouches with the malice clips. I've installed some pouches already, and once you start getting to where your belt starts overlapping, I recommend having the malice clip go over the back part of that overlap so that it keeps the two sides of the belt together. I've got my Modular Tactical Hitman Bravo belt all assembled now. One thing I did do is I moved the two ends of the belt a little closer to each other and then extending this nylon webbing a little further apart because I didn't need the extra molle columns in the front, and I didn't see the point of having all that space there, so I ended up eliminating that space by moving the two ends closer to each other and extending this nylon webbing. So you may need to make adjustments as you go along, but there it is. Now just to take it to the range and test it out.